Hey, I'm Brendan Bailey, and if you're making your own video game like I am, then I have a procrastination technique for you. So have you ever heard of an app called Trello? It's basically a to-do list app that you can sign up for free. It's very useful. You can keep different lists of different tasks that you're working on and make little subtasks and prioritize them and reorder them. And it's a very handy tool, completely free to use. I've had a Trello board going for Nixie for about a year now, and it's by no means complete, but it has just a random list of different things I want to get done, whether they be art-related, code-related, story, audio-related, anything like that. Now, in the month of December, there was one thing that I wanted to get done, and that was to create bigger animations, more elaborate animations for Nixie's attack. And I did not do that. I put it off. I just kept putting it off. I said, I'll start that tomorrow. I'll do it next week. Yeah, I'll get to it. And instead, I accidentally had the most productive month of Nixie development since I've started. Seriously, by procrastinating doing this one thing, I ended up doing so many other little things that I seriously got more done on the game this month than in any month prior. And so the technique that I want to share with you is to identify something that you know you need to do, that you know is going to take kind of a long time to do. Maybe you don't really want to do it. You're not looking forward to doing it. And then come up with a bunch of other things you need to do, smaller tasks, maybe tasks that you're more interested in, and line those up on your Trello board. And when you look at that one thing that you're not looking forward to doing, look at all those other little things that you'd rather do and just do those instead, which is exactly what I did. And now I'm going to run through all the progress that I made in the last month, and there's a lot. So let's get started. So first and foremost, we now have the heads-up display in the top left corner. So it shows your health, it shows the ammunition left, it shows which strength the weapon is on. It's also going to have a charge meter, but that's not hooked up yet. But if I take some damage here, you'll see my health actually does deplete. I've added a bunch of animated features to the environment, so like the little bleepy bloopy computers and the scrolling sky background. Getting that to play nice with the parallax script was a little tricky, but got it figured out. If I come over here real quick, I have a one-way platform, so I can jump through this platform. I can duck down and jump through it again. Little things like that, but just getting those things squared away. Now, one of the biggest new features are these boxes. Now, these boxes have a bunch of different features. The main feature is that I can destroy them, and they will cascade and destroy all of the boxes next to each other. So, think a lot about like Kirby Superstar had that kind of thing where you'd detonate one of the dynamite boxes, and then all the boxes next to it would explode. So hitting one box with either the gun or the slash attack will trigger those. If I come over here, I have a box that will break if I step on it, so it's kind of like a trapdoor box. I can control the delay on the break. Right now it's set to break immediately, so it's basically a trap. But I can delay it so that you have a chance to jump off of it real quick before it breaks. Now these two boxes over here, what these do, they are only breakable by certain attacks. So when I hit this box with the slash attack, it shows a blue shield, meaning I have to shoot it to actually destroy it. And conversely, if I shoot this box, it shows a yellow shield. That means I have to slash it to destroy that. What's next? Okay, so now the spikes over here are new. Nothing really fancy here. They're just spikes. You touch the spikes, you get hurt. But also I added a screen shake effect. So taking any damage from the enemies, I get a little screen shake. So that's fun. Controller vibration. So I don't know if you can really hear this on the microphone. I'll hold the controller next to the desk here. But if I take damage, you can actually hear... I don't know if you can hear that actually vibrating, but the controller now vibrates, and that is due to the fact that I converted Nixie over to Unity's new input system, which I probably should have used from the beginning, but I didn't. I was using the old input system, installed the new one, converted everything over to the new input system, It's much better, has a lot more features, makes it more easy to integrate different gamepads, so theoretically, if I plug in a different controller other than the Xbox controller, it should just work. I'm not 100% sure, I'm going to have to test, but as far as I know, the controller will work and the vibration will also work as long as it's not some super weird off-brand controller. But more learning on that subject to come. So another little utility feature I took care of was forcing the game to always run in 16:9. Now, there's some debate on whether or not this is a good idea or not, but when it comes to a Metroidvania, I feel like everybody has to see the screen the same. Like, the viewport should be the same across all devices. So if you're on a taller monitor or a wider monitor, you should still see a 16:9 frame. So yes, it does introduce these black bars onto the screen. So I'm looking at an 800 by 600 resolution now. If I change it to 1024 by 768, you can see the scale actually changed, but the screen size is different. So as I change those, you see the scale actually changes. But it's always showing the window of the screen in a 16:9, and then if I go back to Full HD, obviously it just fills that space and gets rid of the black bars. But the viewport is the same. So basically, we maximize the amount of screen real estate that we have, but we maintain that aspect ratio. The reason that's important is that if I have a hidden item on the screen and I don't want the player to see it, if they're on a screen that has a taller height of the screen, aspect ratio wise, some players might actually see that secret, where people that are playing on 16:9 won't see it. So it's important to kind of maintain that. Not a very exciting feature, but something that needed to be taken care of. So what's next on the agenda? Well, I could actually do those attack animations, or I could just continue procrastinating on that and do some other things. I'd like to get my save points up to date. I do have save points in the game already, but the sprite design that I did a while back, I think needs to be updated. I'd like to get that in and actually animated and working properly. I want to do a death animation if you actually run out of health and have the player respawn at the save point. I want to redo the box code to accommodate for larger boxes, so 32 pixel boxes. Everything is running at a 16 pixel box right now. So those are some things. Charging the weapons. So I've got a couple little ideas that I want to try to bang out, but at this point, there's so many little things that I need to do. It's like whatever I get the motivation to do, I'm just gonna attack that and then move on to the next thing, because it really doesn't matter what I work on. These are all things that need to go into like the core controls of the player. Ultimately, I just want to be able to create a very simple demo where people can pick up the controller, play the game, and tell me how it feels. Do the things feel right? Does the jump feel right? Does the attack feel right? So I want to get a lot of these core like mechanics in, at least in some state, so I can get some base level feedback on if they feel good or not. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this devlog. If you're not following the channel, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter. Check out the website, nixiegame.com. Join us on Discord. That's where I post all the little granular updates if you're really interested in my progress on this game. So hope you follow me, and hope you follow the project, and I'll see you at the next one.